to understand what was promised to be delivered by the taxpayers of the city of Boston without the consent, oversight, or collaboration of the Boston City Council, the legislative branch of the city government. Our body, unlike any of the staff and the members of the Boston 2024 staff or committee, is elected and charged with the financial stewardship, guidance, and protection of the tax dollars of the citizens of the city of Boston. We are Boston. It is that charge, responsibility, and accountability that led me to demand full and complete transparency of chapters 5 and 6, which are entitled Political Support and Bid Budget. The drawing of beautiful buildings and venues has been very impressive, but the important part of the winning bid 1.0, is the financials. No intelligent business person, especially not one as savvy as those involved in this bid, would do a business deal without all available financial information. So why are you asking the citizens of Boston and the Boston City Council to go forward without complete disclosure? I am disappointed that Boston 2024, a group of individuals who no one has elected, would make financial promises, commitments, and speculations on behalf of the city of Boston and have the audacity to tell us it is none of our business. Look at bid 2.0 because that is the most current. Sorry, Boston 2024, you don't get to tell our body, our city, or our constituents what to do, when to do it, and how. We are Boston. My coach always told us that you practice like you play. If Boston 2024 is unwilling to disclose information prior to our getting the IOC designation, then it is hard to fathom what will be the case after they receive it. As a Boston City Councilor, I have a mandate, responsibility, and I have a right to see any document that makes a financial commitment on behalf of the city of Boston. Promises were made to the United States Olympic Committee on behalf of the taxpayers of the city of Boston without the full vetting, inclusion, and the voice of the people of the city of Boston. And we deserve and demand full knowledge of what those promises are, and in particular, the promises that are in the winning bid 1.0, specifically those that are financial and relate to city planning. It is important that we are prepared to make economic sense of what this bid means to Boston. We are Boston. Boston is a great city. It's the best city in the world. But Boston is a city that has needs that are current and important today. The Boston Public Schools are over $700 million behind in deferred maintenance and repairs. Several schools were shuttered this past year, and nearly 150 individuals who used to work for the Boston Public Schools no longer have a job. Madison Park Vocational Technical High School, our only vocational high school, is now trying to turn the corner, but it's been financially neglected for years. Our homeless population is reported to have increased 25% in the city of Boston. We are currently experiencing a huge surge in gun violence on the streets of Boston. We cannot afford to have Olympic overruns that cost us our future investment in educating our youth, housing, economic development, or our public safety. We deserve to know how these promises will affect Boston today and tomorrow. We are Boston. To be clear, I am not anti-Olympics. I am simply pro-Boston. We work daily for a Boston that meets the needs of all Boston's residents, especially those who are underserved. It must be noted that neither bid 1.0 or 2.0 addresses the majority of the city of Boston, which is over 53% people of color, based on the 2010 census data. It makes no commitment to the robust diversity and inclusion programs needed to see full inclusion for businesses owned by people of color, women, and veterans. Last week, Boston 2024 submitted a 2-page letter instead of chapters 5 and 6 as I requested. You have disappointed, disregarded, and disrespected all other efforts to acquire the full winning bid.